Holy, 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 holy. Oh man, yo, what's the deal, man? Hold up, man. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Yo, man, I wasn't even. Oh man, listen, yo, this the RJW code doing it up like that there all year, all year. Yo, you watching me? You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing, bringing it to you the way that it needs to be brung. And there's a lot of you cats out there, you know what I'm saying, still caught up. You know what I'm saying? When I'm saying still caught up, you're going to recognize that I'm not playing with none of these cats out here. Because at the end of the day, right, I just noticed something. And yeah, it's about an algorithm. I get it. But at the end of the day, right, the RJW, for those that never understood or never will understand, that when you watch the RJW do his thing, and I'm coming from my personal understanding of this media thing, being that I did go to school for certain things, of course, I could read between the lines. And at the end of the day, right, who the heck are these people, you know what I mean? These multimillionaires and whatnot, cold disrespecting, you know what I'm saying? These streets, these YouTube streets. You can't disrespect when we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, enlighten you to the magic that we possess. And it is a magical situation if you really believe in, you know what I mean, celebrity gossip, you know, or how to fix, you know what I mean, transmitter radio, or how to work out certain situations in your relationship. Now, being that you have a lot of money, you don't want to hear what a cat like me have to say. But at the end of the day, man, I never said I was, you know what I'm saying, a PhD. You know what I'm saying? I never said that right here. Here's my PhD, and or here's my master's degree, and this and that and the third. Nah, I never said that. Never said that. But a lot of you cats out there, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get transformed. And when you realize that you just got transformed and lost, you know what I'm saying, because your ego is out here now, being that the money that you accumulated is because of not us YouTubers per se, but of people that like could listen to your song or like the way a certain look is on you, and we express like, yeah, man, he looks pretty cool. Yeah, that song sounded amazing. But at the end of the day, right, who's buying into that? People, ordinary, you know what I mean? I don't want to say the ordinary Joe Blow and shit, because ain't nobody, you know what I mean, like me. I'm not into that. But the uproar that goes on these YouTube streets, because we could see things for ourselves. We could see the lies. We could see the, you know what I'm saying, the perpetration that's going on and whatnot, you know? And like I told a lot of cats, yo, man, I'm from New York. There's a lot of things that's popping in New York. And this is what helps a lot of us detach ourselves from what's popping, what's going on in these streets, in the real streets. But on here, yeah, there's a lot of gossip columnists, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. You know, there's a lot of people, you know, reading your palm readers and whatnot and stuff. I'm not falling for that. But I'm trying to tell you straight up and down, you better recognize to realize something, man. You know what I'm saying? Popular media would want you to see your idols in a certain light, but you know, behind closed doors, some of them are really sick in their minds. You know what I mean? And the money that they've obtained, you know, that's why you have handlers and whatnot. The money that they obtain, and is like, I never saw money like this before. I'm God, I'm good. And they're out there, you know what I mean? And then here you are, you looking at him, nah, not my dude, nah, not dumb. You know what I mean? I'm the RJ Dubove, the king supreme, dominating with self-esteem. You know what I mean? Meet up with my regime, the God. You know what I mean? So if you're going to drag me, you better drag me right, because at the end of the day, right, it just can't be about an ego going amok. You know what I'm saying? And I felt sorry for this cat. I felt sorry for this cat. You know, maybe he wasn't used to that little $1 million that he got. You know what I mean? And a lot of middle class people in the real world, $1 million is just like, yo, man, it only helped. Let's say, okay, let me make it as clear as day. Let's say you buy a house, you and your wife buys a house. You know, your wife's a teacher and you drive a bus, right? The credit line says, oh, okay, both of them got real jobs. Okay, boom, here, go get that house. We're gonna lend you that money. Now they're hustling, saving some money, paying the, you know what I'm saying? Paying the mortgage, paying the light bill, paying the water bill, paying bills in general, right? Now, the rich and famous, they think, well, I got people to take care of that for me, but they're getting ripped off by certain people that says, well, if you're going to give me the privilege to pay your bills for you, then this is my salary, right? Right? Follow my train of thought for 1 second, right? And boom, now you just bought $100 million. You just spent $100 million, but that $100 million is like a loan. Now you do have the $100 million, but you think that man is going to give up that $100 million straight off the bat? Well, some of us might, but the majority of us will not, because it has to generate interest. You understand me? It has to generate interest. So there's a lot of educated brothers and sisters on these YouTube streets. And at the end of the day, you know, like it or not, I'm not trying to look out for your interest, because you're not trying to look out for my interest. You don't subscribe to me. You don't, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, thank God that you don't subscribe to me, because, you know, I have every right to assume certain things about you. And if I assume them, it's true. You know what I mean? I love that battle that I saw the other day behind Armando Wiggles and Jason Fleet. You know what I mean? Because the money, I'm not going to lie to you, certain people are not used to good shit, right? When they finally get to a certain level in their lives, you know what I mean? And they're not really used to that. Boom, they still have that, you know, that so-called street knowledge and whatnot, and they bring it to their place. But you know, within a week or two, that mansion, that Lamborghini limousine has dents, has roaches, right? And all that stuff, right? Because you weren't used to it. So for a person like Fat Joe, for a person like Joe Buttons, for people like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, Joe is the bomb, man. Listen to some of his old records and whatnot. You'd be like, ooh, this brother was the, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I better wear a bulletproof vest, because who the heck is what? For real? You know what I'm saying? But that's where we lost things. Oh, he's entertaining the imagination of the gangster. You know what I mean? Or of that corner boy. You know what I mean? And boom, so he entertains that, right? They're entertaining that. You know what I'm saying? And you and I know, oh, now, you know, now there's a code, right? But there's no code in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? The farther you and I go, if you and I were in those positions, you already know. Shoot. We would be like church boys, right? Choir boys in the choir when they say, "Oh, you're preaching to the choir, man." Right? So for them to insult us the way that they insult us is a travesty. It's a monstrosity. It's a low down, dirty shame. And the so-called culture, the cancel culture. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's enough of us canceling you and making you lose all your interests. Like, for example, yo, man, when is Winnie Williams going to get her money? They say they froze her account because people are trying to steal her money. I want to hear more about that. That's number one, right? Number two, there's a lot of artists out there that don't want to be on nobody's label. Why? Because you've heard ordinary cats like me. We heard like, yo, man, I'm a slave to this record label. And then, Prince Roger Nelson, he had it on his face, but that was a minute ago and whatnot. Genius. Mike Jackson, you trying to tell me here's another example. Number three, Mike Jackson. You trying to tell me that Michael Jackson he wasn't supposed to be the richest entertainer ever? You know what I'm saying? That man was so freaking famous. He had to be, in touch with himself and God. And then at the end of the day, the controversy and stuff like that there. And that man was broke. Oh yeah, because they exaggerated the light, the karma, his status in the entertainment field. And then who kills him? You know what I mean? And they let that man go after 2 years. You already know with Caucasians, right? With certain fandoms, you know what I mean? They buy all their records, they buy all their posters, they buy all their clothes, they buy everything about that person. Then when that person dies, that fandom is like, wait a minute, man, that was a conspiracy. Y'all killed him, didn't y'all? Because he had more money than y'all, so of course you had to preach that hate. And what do these white kids do, or whatever the fandom do? They go hunting, right? They go hunting for the person that killed their fan. That's why a lot of people right now, they're looking at Nicki Minaj's fan base and say, yo, man, y'all psychotic. No, they're not psychotic. They like her. So recognize to realize. Ain't nobody here trying to bamboozle you or pull a fast one over you. You know what I mean? It's a low down, dirty shame, the things that I have to listen to. You know what I mean? I need y'all to subscribe to me. Raise up my algorithm. Make it pop. You know what I'm saying? Make it sizzle. Because there's a lot of YouTube stars on the black hand side. Can I say that? On the black hand side that I'm feeling. And then when something happens to them, I'm like, damn, man, what happened? What you do? What you do? So at the end of the day, man, it's a forest fire, these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get stung. A lot of the mainstream media, they look at these YouTube streets, and what do? They take from you. The inquiry mind wants to know, why have you taken what I've worked hard to edit and such to the third and make it look nice, so the people that look at me could, like, super chat and all that jump off. But what's jumping off right now? Me. So here you have it, man. It's like everybody in this entertainment business. It's like, how they going to sell this movie, even though it was trash, but they knew it was trash. They know it's trash, but they got to sell it to you, right? So they show you the best elements of the movie And then when you spend that little $20 for the ticket, and when you spend another $35 for the what? For the soda and the nachos and whatnot, that's like a little $35. And then because you're sitting in a movie theater that has, you know, a lounge seat and you're watching the movie, oh, it's 3D and woo, and it looks nice, right? And then what happened? And you say, yo, lucky for me, I went by myself because I know my girl would not have liked this movie, right? You don't think I want to go see Dwayne Johnson, you know what I mean? One of the hottest, if not, no, I'm saying one. I'm not saying the. You know what I mean? You think I don't want to go see a Tom Cruise movie? Because Tom Cruise is a crazy ass mofo that's willing to do these stunts. You know? What was the biggest flop? And the popular media knows how to sweep it under the rug because they knew it was going to fail anyway. That Elvis nonsense, damn, it was nonsense. It was trash. I just had to look at it to know it was trash. You know? So to recognize and to realize when you watch the 21 Cent Scope show with the RJ Dubrovay, Rich Rocker, you tune into Rich Rock. And Rich Rock will set you free. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, meaning that like the way you saw it is the way I saw it. The way you heard it is the way I heard it. And at the end of the day, man, it's a low down dirty shame the way that they're taking the money out of our pockets. Right now it's political season, right? You know who to vote for. You know how to do it. You know who's true to this. You know what I mean? In the political realm. But at the end of the day, I'll be damned if I'm volunteering my ass for a lie. Because you already know the moment they enter their office and they're in that seat, you know what I mean? The staff, their staff, they do but so much work. And nothing is being implemented or being done to protect your and my interests. That's another story within itself. So these YouTube streets right now, some of the best ones right now, they're very clairvoyant. You know what I'm saying? They're very good at what they do, you know, and you can't afford the majority. And I'm talking about popular media. You know, Hollywood really can't afford a lot of these YouTubers to work on any of their projects. Why? Because some of them are better editors than a lot of these movie directors. They're better, you know what I mean? They see things for what it is. You already know that what's his face is going to get away with murder. Alex Baldwin, that's right, I said it. You know he's going to get away with that murder, even though it was accidental. It was accidental. Okay, accidental manslaughter. Accidental manslaughter. Right? Haha. So the RJW, man, I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, curtail your, and I'm saying it the way that I'm saying it. I'm not here to curtail you. You know? There's something else that I saw today, and I didn't like that. Oh, and they kept it on, you know what I mean, about marijuana. The reason why a lot of people is going to not like the idea that marijuana is legal now is because they never got high. I get it. Never smoked a joint, you know? Don't know how it really feels. It makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you happy. But the other stuff keeps you paranoid and wired and always on edge and whatnot. Who wants to do that? I don't know why y'all like that one. I don't like that. No, I could just look at a brother or a sister, white or black, and you could see them. They're all jittery and stuff. Uh-oh. They did some coke. I'm not with that. I'll drink Coca-Cola before I put this under my nose. You know what I mean? Or how about the ones that do heroin? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. It's not the same. So, boom, marijuana now is the gateway drug to what? It's not that. It's not that at all. It's not that at all. It's not that at all. We already know what it is. You know what I mean? Certain brothers and certain sisters, you know, when they're smoking weed, okay, they mellowed out. They mellowed out. They're not mad at nobody. Marijuana is not supposed to make you mad at nobody. You know what I mean? The herbalicious. You know what I mean? It's supposed to make you happy, hungry, and horny. And then, of course, you know, it adds on a little bit of, oh, snap. Then you go inside and you start writing. You start typing. Boom. Then the next day, you see what you wrote, and it's like, yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Boom. Now, for those that never did it, what do you think, man? There's a lot of stuff that you see. There's a lot of stuff that's been invented, created, all right? Not because they was on PCP or LSD, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No. Right? Right or wrong? So it's recognized to realize there's a lot of things that's popping, that's confusing a lot of my brothers and sisters out here. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to tell you straight up and down, when you watch my show, when you subscribe to the RJW, you're going to have to open up your mind. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to see, yo, man, we're on a plateau. And that plateau is the American plateau. You know what I mean? You see things as, you know what I mean? The percentage of this person, the percentage of men, the percentage of women that would buy this product, the percentage of men and women that would buy this for, you know what I mean? That's commercialism. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's what keeps you in the middle, a centrist. You don't hate and you don't love. You're in the middle. When you buy a certain look, when you do a certain thing, you know, damn. All right, that's what's up. Subscribe to the RJW, man. And like I said, man, there's a lot of cats out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who opened that door for you, but I'm running through that door with you. You know why? Because you weren't the only one who had the idea. You weren't the only one who understood there's something new about to happen, but that new has been done before and it's only been repackaged. So keep on watching the RJW. Have no fear, because the quest has begun. Money. To be an entrepreneur. I mean, like, for example, when you tell you I'm an entrepreneur, right? Oh, the first thing that enters a lot of people's mind, oh, you broke. Oh, you ain't got no job. Right? Now, if you don't show these people that, okay, this is what I have, buy it. Why? Because it'll set you free. You'll be the first one to know what it is and what it was and how it does. Right? So come on, y'all. Don't get caught up. You know what I mean? Do not get caught up behind these people, because they accumulated a lifestyle. And you better believe they're going to fight for that, to be, you know, that lifestyle. You think they want to come back to the projects? Huh? You think I shouldn't have said projects, but for real though, you know what I mean? They're going to fight for what they have. You know what I'm saying? To be that level. And a lot of people's heads is going to roll. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you from a few episodes before, you know what I mean? All I got to do is make a few phone calls and heads will roll, because you disrespecting me now. You know what I mean? I can't be on Twitch 6 hours a day sitting in my game chair, drinking Hennessy and wilding out and talk, and all I'm hearing is some of, you know, the alcohol is talking. You know what I mean? I'm hearing the alcohol talk, but that alcohol talk just made you made you 30, 40, maybe 1,000. You know what I mean? So because of that, you're better than me, I guess. But at the end of the day, I don't think so, bro. You know what I mean? So keep watching me. But I'm telling you I'm telling you straight up. You know what I'm saying? We all gone through stuff. And the thing about going through something is that you have to learn from it. And when you learn from it, you will notice that now you're on another plane of understanding. Right? You don't do that no more because you're here now. Now, when you're here, now you're on this plateau. Now you have more money in your pocket, but you have to be the same individual because you can't allow money to play games with you. You have to be the master. Don't let the money master you. Don't let it confuse you or put you someplace where at the end of the day you're gonna have to need a lawyer. You know what I mean? Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of certain things. Medicine is supposed to cure and make you feel good. There's a lot of stuff out there they call it medicine. That's not medicine, man. You know, there's a lot of people claiming to be clinical what? Clinical what? Right? What you read in those books, they're talking, what you read in those books. And then when you notice other people, because that's what they're doing, what you read in those books about a certain kind of behavior, all right? It's so general. What's really going on in that person right now, and that person doesn't want to deal with it, what will that person do? Well, y'all claim to say it's toxic masculinity and you know, all this nonsense. That's not medicine. Those are torture chambers. Because all they do, your lab rat, boom. A while ago in New York, they would want to find lab rats, human beings, do this drug. Let's see how you act on this drug. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Not just marijuana. You know what I mean? They want you, boom, to do this. And now Columbia University, NYU, Cornell University, you know what I mean? The students, bow, they do them. Now they're giving you this, but you're inside that cell, well, whatever, that laboratory, whatever, because I never done it. But you're inside, and they seen the reaction of that drug, how it reacts to you. Now just, okay, bow, and how you react to it, right? Oh my goodness, oh my God. That's another freaking episode. And you'll be spooked. Because guess what? Now you created an addict. Columbia University, New York University, Cornell University, Fordham University, y'all created addicts. You know what I mean? Because you want to see how it would react, but you didn't create a medicine that would quell the addictive properties and whatnot. So that person right now is out there wilding because that person needs another, right? Right? Crystal meth and all that shit. Where do you think these things come from, B? Open up your eyes, man. Pay attention. Society is not your enemy. That's something else also. Hey, yo, man, I'm trying to tell you, and that's all I'm going to say for right now. So the heat is on. Don't allow these, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, yo, all you got to do is make a few phone calls and heads will roll, man. The RJ Dubove, man. For real, for real. Subscribe to my channel. For real, for real. Peace.